take a look at the circuit that we have. So we've learned about cell holders and bulb holders at this point. And you can see that my circuit is complete. I have the tip of the light bulb touching this metal plate, which is connected to this metal clip called a Fahnestock clip. The wire is connected to the Fahnestock clip, which connects to this Fahnestock clip, which is connected to the positive side of the cell. The negative side of the cell is connected to the Fahnestock clip, which is connected to the wire running through to the Fahnestock clip over on the bulb holder, which is connected to this clip coming up and touching the thread of the bulb. And you can see that this bulb is lit. It's a complete circuit. Now, what I'm going to show you today is another type of circuit. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add in another bulb into the circuit. I'm still going to have a complete loop, but this time it's going to have one more bulb. So I'm going to put it like this. And I'm adding this bulb in. So I want you to think about what's going to happen if I have one cell powering two bulbs. So before, there was only one bulb that the cell needed to give energy to. Now this cell is going to need to give energy to two bulbs. So what do you think might happen to the light inside of the bulbs? Well, if each one is getting half the amount of energy from the cell, then each bulb is going to be about half as bright. And sometimes when you put your circuits together, you might notice that things aren't lit up right away, and you just have to kind of shimmy things to make sure everything's touching. Remember your rule of 2. So now you can see that they actually, or you might not be able to see because it's very dim, they are lit up, but it's just barely. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny little amount of light for each one. And again, that's because this cell is splitting its energy among the two bulbs. So they're going to shine half as bright. This is called a bulbs in series circuit. There are two bulbs and there's one cell, and they're all connected in one big loop, and it's called bulbs in series. Now, if I had two cells and one bulb in this loop, so if this were a cell instead of a bulb, then it would be called cells in series. So cells in series, bulbs in series. We're going to take a look at these a little bit closer, but what's important to notice about this is if something is disconnected in the loop, everything is still going to go out. So if I were to disconnect this piece, the circuit is now broken. Neither bulb is lit up. If I were to connect or disconnect the bulb here and take this bulb out, this one's no longer lit because everything was disconnected. So you can see here, if you watch, there's the light in that one. As I unscrew this, you can see that it went out. Screwed in, not screwed in. Okay, it's disconnecting everything because the electricity or the energy is running through, and it stops here because there's nothing connecting this plate to continue to run it through. So you need to have each piece connected for it to continue to flow energy throughout the circuit.